Hello everybody, and today I have a very special recipe for you. It's being requested by many of my friends, so I just decided to make this recipe. And today we are going to make hot and sour soup, one of the famous Asian soup in the history. So hope you like this soup, and let's get right into it. To make this delicious hot and sour soup, you need the following ingredients, okay? So the first thing is, of course, very important. It's tofu. Just some fresh tofu. You can cut in any shape or any form, but I like to cut a little bit bigger, so strips, bigger strips, so you can see in the soup more visually. It's your preference, okay? And the next thing is you need some carrots, and julienne carrots, which means you cut into little strips, okay? So like this, some carrots. And you need some enoki mushrooms, which is right here, and some Chinese mushroom. And this, I use the fresh Chinese mushroom, shiitake mushroom, but you can also use the dry one, and you can just soak it, And then you need some bamboo. And this is my preference. I always put this in my own hot and sour soup. And this is the bean curd, deep fried bean curd. And same thing, I just cut into little strips. And then another ingredient we need is just strips, a couple pieces of black fungus, and I just cut into strips as well. And then now you need some seasonings right here. Some seasonings, white pepper, soy sauce. This is olive oil, and then right here you have some white vinegar. I prefer to use the white vinegar, but some people prefer to use the rice vinegar, the Chinese Asian rice vinegar, so it's up to you. And that's it. So the first thing is, let me turn on my vent, turn on my heat, and make sure the pot is a little bit hot. Ooh, you can see it's hot. Okay, so now we're gonna add some oil. Vegetable oil, olive oil, up to you. I prefer using olive. So just make it a little bit hot to get a little bit of wok. If you learned it from the previous video. And now just put all the ingredients in. So carrots, bamboo, black fungus, mushroom and enoki mushroom. Yeah, just give it a little bit stir fry a little bit. That's the key thing. Most very important is to stir fry your vegetables, because it brought out the taste in the soup. So if you want a really good soup, sometimes you go to some restaurant, the soup tastes so good because they stir fry the vegetable a little bit beforehand. Yeah. And right now, I usually like to add a little bit of soy sauce first, okay? Right at this moment, after you stir fry for a little bit, just add a little bit soy sauce. And just give it a little bit more stir of the vegetable. Make sure don't stir too long, okay? Oh, I forgot to add a little bit of green curry in there too. So now you can add, after you stir fry for like a minute or something, you can start adding water in, okay? So probably like 2 cups of water, 1 cup, it's up to you, so I just usually probably about this much, just going for myself and my cousin who's helping me filming this, so proud of him. So now just maybe turn on the heat a little bit more. So after you cook for I just turned down the heat, okay, since it's boiling. And after you cook for a couple minutes, it start to heat up, right? And then now it's a time you can add some ingredients, okay? So seasoning, sorry, not ingredients, seasoning. So I put a little probably a teaspoon of salt, 1.5 teaspoon of sugar, 1/2 teaspoon of sugar, and then this one I put just a little bit over half of. This is the mushroom powder. If you notice from my previous video, it's almost like a healthy version of MSG. So this brought a nice flavor. And then of course, give me 1 second. Yeah, I'm just going to add a little bit of chili sauce. Yeah, if you don't have any chili, like I like this brand. You know, it's from Taiwan. It's called 大将军 or Big Captain, or just called Captain, I guess. And this, when I first bought it, I didn't realize there's a symbol next to it. It means super spicy, extreme spice. So, so now I cannot put too much. Okay, so I have to put like really little. Otherwise, this soup will be like too hot for me. So, geez, why I put so much? Okay, just put a little bit in. Yeah, just put chili sauce, and of course give a little quick stir. And then so I'm just going to take a little quick taste, okay? Good taste. Okay, so now we need a little bit you know, you can drink the hot and sour soup like this, you know, very liquidy like this. But usually when you talk about hot and sour soup in Asian countries, it's a little bit more, a little bit slightly thickening, right? So that's the key is you can use corn starch, potato starch, or even better if you have the lotus powder, you know. And then so you just add a little water to that. Like this, add a little water, and yeah, usually I use my finger to stir, but on the video, so I just, for good hygiene, I use a fork, you know, just give it, yeah, just give it a little stir. So it kind of mix with the water. So now I just do it a little bit, turn down the heat a little bit more so it's not too hot. And then now you have to be really careful. If you put all of them in, you know, it takes a while for the thing to mix with the hot water. It'll become clumped, which you don't want. You don't want like a big clump of flour dough inside your soup. So the best way is just to put a little bit at a time. You know, kind of like go around like this. And you can check, like give it a little stir. And see how thickening you want, you know. I like my hot and sour soup a little more thickening, so I add a little more. And turn up the heat a little bit now, after you put it in. Yeah. See, no clumps, still liquidy. Okay, so that's good. I think I want my hot and sour soup slightly more liquidy. Sorry, slightly more thickening. So I add one more time, and that should be good enough. You can see. It's up to you though. Okay, so this step is up to you. Everybody have different knowledge and perspective of hot and sour soup. See? Nice and slightly thickening. And then now just bring a little bit to the boil. A little bit. Usually when I thickening anything, I like to let it boil a little bit, like maybe like a 30 seconds. So make sure the thickening works. And then final step before you finish the soup is add a little bit white pepper. If you don't have white pepper, you can add a little bit black pepper. And then of course, right now the soup is just hot soup, okay? We don't have anything that's sour, and we are making hot and sour soup. So just add a little bit of white vinegar in. And then finally just add a little bit, How can I forget tofu? So a little bit we put our tofu in. Of course, you should put your tofu a little bit earlier than this, okay? And just add a little bit of sesame oil. I just put a little bit of sesame oil in. And since I just put tofu in, so I'm going to let it cook maybe another minute or two. And that's it. That's our, you can see that's our delicious hot and sour soup. And then I can already smell it. The sourness, the sweetness, and then of course the sesame oil. It smells so good. Hey, now comes down to the best part of the cooking. To taste your own food. So here we go. Let me give it a little stir. It's nice and a little bit thick and thickening. So by putting a small bowl. Hot and sour soup, it's so perfect for this kind of weather. It's getting cold again. At least it's getting cold when I make this video. So let's give this a try. It's really good. You have to try this by yourself, okay? Once you taste one bite, you won't taste the second and third, continue until everything's gone. So there you go. That's the recipe for hot and sour soup. And I hope you like it. So when you have time, give it a try. Make yourself and see. And hope you like this video. And I will see you in the next one.